Hello and welcome to Orshi for one last time. We are in a sauna. It is hot. We're ready for the gold medal game. Spain taking on the tournament host France, the EuroBasket women. I'm Jeff Taylor with Mark Clark. It's been a fantastic tournament, Mark, and it all comes down to this, really.
Well, it's been, for the French, 9 party nights. This is the 9th party night. That's what they're all playing for, that trophy, the EuroBasket women. Silver trophy that both teams want to get their hands on. Both teams will go perfect in the competition if they get the win. But you can't say enough about the organizers and the crowd. The crowd is packed in here. There is, well, standing room only is an understatement, and you're right. Sauna, the temperature's getting hot, and we're just about to get hotter.
Both of these teams have made it this far unbeaten in the competition. I think you'd have to say that traditionally these are two sporting rivals. It is, in every sense of the word, a dream matchup in the gold medal game. France, as the host nation, bring an experienced team. Yakubu has been terrific, 27 years of age. A lot of these players were in the Olympics last year. Sandrine Gruda, a big star. Celine Dumerc, who has just taken her game to new levels. You know, Edwige Lawson-Wade, the lone member of the French team that won the gold medal back in 2001. This will be her last game without question. And I think maybe as well Emmeline Ndongue, I've heard. So the French fans want to make sure that they send these great players out with a win. But it remains to be seen, because just as badly as the team in blue, Le Bleu, and the blue hair, I might add, of Yakubu, want to win the gold medal, they're going to face fierce competition from a team that's very hungry to get its first gold medal since 1993. And of course, we're talking about Spain, but the high fives all the way around, the flag, this tells the whole story. And really, for me, the one thing I'm going to remember the most about this EuroBasket women, other than that Sweden v. France game at the quarterfinals, which I still can't believe how close and thrilling that was, is the crowd. They've had great numbers, and you can see that by having the EuroBasket women in a country where they have a good league and they have a good fan base, and they've taken it outside of Paris, out and around where basketball really has a pulse. It's really paid dividends. Well,
and they're a basketball crowd that have come out and watched the other teams play. I mean, in Tralizé, 3,500 people in the middle of the afternoon came and watched teams. And this Spanish team, also unbeaten. And both teams have balance, strength, and talent in every single spot. And there's enough people on that French team calling it a day internationally, but none is a bigger name in women's basketball than Valdemoro. She's done everything except win a gold medal in this environment. She's so close, she's been an MVP. What a great way for her and the Guida to finish their careers with a win here in France against their traditional rivals. There are so many scripts, so many stories that are written here, and all we have is one last chapter. This Spanish team want to make that a successful chapter for them. And with Sancho Little, if it is a guaranteed tournament MVP if Spain win the gold medal.
She's been terrific, she's been dominant, and really she's the one player probably that Spain need to have tonight in good form like she's been for the entire tournament. Lucas Mondello has quite a player in Sancho Little. The team's now on the court, the coaches, everybody, the fans getting ready for the playing of the national anthems. We're going to start with France. I don't know about you, but I could listen to that a lot. That's pretty inspirational stuff from this French crowd. Now the national anthem of Spain.
Voilà pour les hymnes nationaux. Il ne nous reste plus qu'à vous souhaiter un excellent match à toutes et à tous. Une magnifique finale.
We've seen these teams play some remarkable games over the years and really make their mark in women's basketball, not only in Europe, but on the world stage. I was trying to think of the top games that I've seen over the years involving these teams. And I remember the one EuroBasket women that I saw. As you see Yakubu hugging Torrens there, these girls know each other really well, by the way. They play against each other all the time. These are friends, and also you'll see the referees from Serbia, from Latvia, and from Romania. So these three have done a terrific job in this tournament. But I remember the first EuroBasket women that I went to, and I remember Spain in the bronze medal game in 2003, coming back against Poland from 19 points down in the second half to win and qualify for the Olympics. And Sancho Little wasn't in that team, but she's in this team. 18.3 points per game, 11.1 rebounds. Sandrine Gruda, I think, just had 4 points in the last game, but she's a handful.
Well, she had only 4 points, but 2 of the biggest points in the game when she made the jump shot deep in regulation. I think that matchup sort of hides a bit of the issue for this game. This French lineup that we're going to see in terms of its starting lineup, it won't be Sandrine Gruda, it won't be Emmeline Ndongue or Yakubu. It will be the combination going up against Sancho Little. You don't have to say anything about Celine Dumerc because she is Celine Dumerc, who just literally has done about everything you possibly can. For me, again, that 3 spot, Chen Yong, the young new player in this team, she's here for a reason, and she's here because Spain and teams like Spain have so much talent at the 3 spot, and Pierre Vincent has started her every single game, and now she probably has the biggest single challenge she's ever had in her young basketball life, because she has to guard Alba Torrens.
Well, this is interesting. Torrens has been really one of the sensations after that serious knee injury. She and Little, Lima obviously in there to combat the size factor. Marta Gargay is terrific at the shooting guard. You know, Lucas Mandela, though, has plenty of options to come off the bench. And I'm really intrigued to see how Spain come out today. They cannot come out any harder than how they came out against Serbia. They were like a house on fire in terms of their intensity.
It's an interesting starting lineup because in some ways that's almost slight advantage France in the starting at the beginning of the game, because Cindy Lima, great defensive player, very, very experienced, but she's not as active as some of the other options they could have gone with. The backcourt is the quick backcourt he went with in the semi-final, but maybe it's an adjustment that he thinks he has to make against that big French front line. He could have gone the other way around. He could have said they're not quick enough to guard us. Cindy Lima's got a big role here. She's got to rebound, and she's got to be solid offensively, because they may step off her and clog the middle, and that makes Sancho Little's job very, very hard, because they won't guard Cindy Lima on the perimeter.
Cindy Lima is a real scrapper. I'll tell you, the most amazing thing happened with France back in 2009. They went to that tournament. Their expectations were not sky high. They won the gold medal in 2009, upsetting Russia. in the final. In fact, they beat Russia twice in that competition. They know what it feels like to be at the top of the podium. None of these players have tasted the gold medal at senior level. They've had a lot of success, both of these countries at junior level in recent times. I think it's safe to say that both of these programs are going to be among the elite moving forward, without question.
Well, and they are amongst the elite in always an ongoing way, because players like Laura Gill, players like Alba Torrens have come through development programs. Every single year they roll out great age group teams, and France with their centralized system with the INSEP and everything else, their great league, it's not, these teams are a result of all those factors.
It's interesting that the championship trophy is closer to the French bench right now. So maybe that's almost as if they're saying, this is our trophy, you're going to have to take it? I don't know.
Well, you never know. Certain things inspire players. I mean, my last thoughts before the start is Monazage, for me, it could be the key. I don't think Gomi can guard her in the post. If they can space the floor enough for her to go and get those mismatches, I think she could be absolutely key in this game. Dumerc is going to have a tussle with whoever comes in at the Spanish guard spot. Can Spain get up and down the floor, because they are so fun to watch, or will France control the tempo?
Well, a lot of kisses on the Spanish bench from the coaches, coaching hugs and kisses. Good luck. They're both going to need it, and France are going to start off with possession. A battle of unbeatens, a battle of European giants here at the EuroBasket women. And Sancho Little gambles a little bit early on and is able to get back. Chechuan up top, guarded by Alba Torrens. That's a great matchup. And Gomes drives in right around Sancho Little. So that's got to be worrying for Spain, that already their most dangerous player defensively, Sancho Little, the shot blocker, couldn't get to that.
That's a great move by Gomes. So quick. Recognize the mismatch. If they're going to go to the alley-oop. Oh.
Good response. Gomes testing Jorgai on the baseline. And France will be more than happy to kind of use up time on the shot clock, you would imagine. Now, Sandrine Gruda. And that's an authoritative rebound from Sancho Little, one of the top players in the world.
Well, Gruda's had a better game from the perimeter, but you wouldn't worry about that if that's what she takes for the rest of the game.
Sylvia Dominguez. Now, Cindy Lima kept it alive. And Cindy Lima again gets it back. I think Jorgai had the follow blocked.
Well, that's a good sign. Cindy Lima's got to do all that blue-collar work around the ring.
And Ndongue, France are trying to get out and disrupt that perimeter game.
Well, that hard show, it'd be interesting. This is the other thing about the Cindy Lima start. It takes away the option sometimes to roll down the middle because you got Lima close to the ring, but Ndongue showing hard, and you get the result you'd expect, the guard foul.
Alba Torrens looks for an opening. She gets blocked by Chechuan, and the shot clock violation. So already, interestingly, Chechuan has the height.
And that's it's what France haven't had in that silver medal run. They didn't have that big three. They didn't have the athleticism. And at the moment, you got to say, advantage France, both in terms of tempo and the options they've got both ends of the floor.
Dumerc gets up on the baseline. And Sancho Little with another rebound. More than 2 minutes into the game. Spain have yet to score.
Well, they've had 2 defensive rebounds as well, Jeff, and they haven't run off either. And that's a little disappointing.
Well, they get behind the back there. Torrens, Sancho Little for 3. I think not exactly what France are banking on, Sancho Little, but she's so supremely confident that she knocks down a three-pointer.
Wow. You still got that's still good start for France in terms of what they're doing here. It's their tempo of game.
Gruda from the top of the K. That was inside the arc, a couple of feet. She definitely has more arc on that shot than she used to. Torrens for 3, good! Now Alba Torrens is getting involved. She could pull Chatouan away from the basket a little bit. That'll give her a little bit more space on the court.
Got to get chased though. Torrens is not going to not throw it up, is she? And she just went underneath, didn't chase her over the screen, and Spain got a really, really good look.
Gomis just behind the line, so she ties it.
Can't go under that screen, especially on the foul line. She gets separated so well from the screen. Foul line jump shot off the dribble. She's been making it all tournament.
So Spain have been able to hit the three-pointers. They'd like to get it inside, and they do that time, the alley-oop. And that's important. It's an important play because if Little comes down, that gives France time to recover, and it makes that shot a lot harder.
It's a great execution. Whoever the guard sets the screen just sets it really well. And in fact, they didn't run it that well last time. It was just a tremendous pass.
Yeah, in fact, Ndonge was there, so if she does go down, she's not going to go. No. She's not going to be able to go right back up.
No, it's just a great pass, and Little's just got so much athleticism.
We're off to a terrific start, and Little gambling, and you can see how desperate. You can see how desperate Spain are to get out and run. Sancho Little with that terrific quickness and athleticism, but gambling a little too much. Ndonge just turns right into Cindy Lehman, loses the ball. Now Torrens, Spain with a chance. And good play from Chatouan to commit the foul.
First time they had a chance to run, first time they got their defense to give them a chance to run. So pleased that Torrens didn't back out of that because she only one was back, she just forced it to foul her. Spain getting into this now.
And bounds it, boy. Dominguez showing her leaping ability, and then she goes straight down the lane. And looks over at the Spanish section with both arms raised and shouts, "Vamos." We could hear it all the way over here. Spain with a 4-point advantage. Chatouan. And Sancho Little forces the turnover now to Lima. Now you have to wonder if the French, they played from behind in this tournament against Sweden. But I don't think Spain, you really want to fall too far behind. Sancho Little, another three from her. And she looks over at the bench as if to say, sorry, that was not a good decision.
You're almost in that scenario where you say, hey, we're in the bonus. She made the three. We don't need another one yet.
Well, guess who? Isabel Yakubu has come into the game.
Well, I think Spain in the right way around if Lima guards Yakubu. Yakubu will just try and bully her a little bit, get close in.
Good hands, and once again, Spain putting the pressure. This time, France are going to capitalize because they maintain possession. They were oh so close, and France punished them, so it's effectively a 4-point swing.
Well, Modelo will be disappointed with the outcome, but he won't be disappointed with the fact they're getting deflections.
Oh, tough shot from Alba Torrens. Trying to do a little bit too much there. Dumeric with a beautiful pass, but just the terrific defense of Little. Comes up with a steal. Torrens tries to elude Dumeric. And a foul called on Dumeric. Remember, she had 4 fouls and had to sit a lot against Sweden. She doesn't like that call.
Well, you know, and the situation in the previous play is a great find by Dumeric, but she had to change her mind. Shen Young just got to be confident and go up. She was just a little bit hesitant. That's a little bit of an experience. And Sancho Little, just out. She's great. She's a great player. Just outworks people.
Well, Spain tried to sneak in there and get that easy basket off the inbounds play, which is a defense, obviously, you should give no chance away like that. Maya Palau has come in for Spain, giving Silvia Dominguez a breather. And the give and go off the foot of Jorgai, who looks a bit unsettled here at the start of the game.
I still like the fact that Spain are trying to be aggressive with the pass and the cut. They've come unstuck. once or twice, but that's the sort of way they really enjoy playing and want to play.
So Edwige Lawson-Wade in her last EuroBasket women loses the ball on the first possession. And that's the Spanish pressure.
And you go through matchups and you go through like likely combinations. And Spain have just got that little bit more depth for the guard. They can really waste themselves defensively, really go hard because they can rotate.
Lawson-Wade knows how good Palau is because she was a teammate of hers at Rushka Sardis. Ball goes out of bounds. Spain with 12 seconds on the shot clock.
There's so much activity from Spain, hard cuts to the basket, that if they just keep making them, just keep executing, they'll get high percentage shots. France have got to look after the middle and bump cuts, and they just didn't there.
Well, that's a tough shot.
Great recovery. Great recovery by Gruder, though.
And then Jargai reaches in and commits the foul on Lawson-Wade. Now, it's going to be interesting to see with Jargai getting the foul, kind of the slightly uncertain start. And we saw Uvinha play so well for Spain against Serbia with so much confidence. Might we see Uvinha soon?
Well, if Modelo learned anything, is he can trust Uvinha. And it's such a great option to have on the bench. Lawson-Wade is struggling here against this pressure. It's taken a long time to get in. And Skrilla's coming to the game, and she's got to open up this game by looking to shoot the ball.
As well as Miam. There's Lawson-Wade, and her pass to Yakubu off her hands. Now Palau the other way. Back to Cindy Lima. It wasn't pretty, but it was effective. Cindy Lima takes the advantage, back to 4.
Transition basketball, and I think it's the name of the game for Spain. France have got to stop them.
And the foul called on Laya Palau, so that's Spain's 3rd foul.
But Jeff, again, why did she pick the ball up? She didn't need to. She was desperate to get it to Lawson-Wade, and Spain have got to keep going with that. Miam's better than that. She doesn't need to wait. They can get into sets. They can get into some transition. Get Yakubu in the block. Just see if they can throw the ball once or twice.
Skrilla gets it to Lawson-Wade. Back to Gruda, but Laya Palau got a hand on that pass. Now there's Yakubu. She has the shot blocked.
Albert Torrens, how quick was that?
And that's the advantage. You know, we talk about the height advantage of France, but Spain have an advantage with the Albert Torrens at her position.
Absolutely, and that's why I think they brought Savignon in. There may be, and it's going to be a tough call for Vincent, but a Yayi coming in maybe to keep that size at the 3 might be an option, but he got Miam at the 3. So then they're not outsized. It's just at the moment Spain are a little bit sharper, a little bit quicker. Torrens helped them, was so quick. Excellent job.
Skrilla really defending hard. And Sancho Little at the line. Good, and Spain go on top by 6. Spain looking tough against the tournament hosts. Laya Palau puts the pressure on Gruda, but she calmly sinks the jumper. The veteran, the former FIBA Europe Player of the Year, played the WNBA, plays for European champions at Katzenberg. She's going to stand up and be counted in this game. You can trust me.
There's that mismatch in the 2 spot.
Jargai gets it to Cindy Lima. She goes up. And really, that is not the option that Spain wants. So France will think they got a victory there. Good hands. You know, we saw the stats on Little before the game with her offense, but her defense is kind of controlling the game. She's had a couple of steals already, hasn't she?
Well, she leads the team in steals. I mean, that's the thing. She's nearly 3, leading steals for Spain because she does things like that. Such a poor pass from Miam, though. Little's high. She's looking to deny the pass. Just if they fed to the baseline side, there, there's points. This is the pressure that a team like Spain puts on you. It just really tests your decision and tests your execution. And I think your statement about Zage not really quite being as comfortable in this situation at the moment. If she makes 1 free throw, I think she'll settle down.
Well, Little has 3 steals already to go with her 7 points and 2 rebounds. And as long as she plays like that, you have to think that Spain are in a pretty good position. But still, it's only a 5-point advantage. pressure situation now for the home team. They've got the home behind them, the home crowd. Miem pushed out by Torrens. Skrela thinks about it. Now Gruda puts it up at the line. Beautiful shot.
Ooh.
It's a tough shot, but what skill? That's all I can say.
Well, Sandrine Gruda's added so much to her game. That's tough. That deep on the shot clock, off the dribble to a pull-up jump shot.
That was Laya Palau, and Lima with the rebound and put back. France didn't get a body on Lima, and it's the
quickness.
The dirty work.
Yeah, it's the quickness in the dirty work stuff, because Yakubu showed hard and Lima just went to the glass.
Laya Palau trying to keep the pressure on the point. Now Skrela. Lima again, the ball goes off of Yakubu. And Mondelo was gonna run over there and talk to the Serbian official. He needs to be careful. And Uvinha is gonna come into the game, and that's quite exciting for me. But look at the defense. Just because for me, she was absolutely thrilling in the win over Serbia. Torrens over to Sancho Little, and now Gruda has the foul called on her, so free throws coming up for Spain. Laura Nichols also going to come in, I'm assuming, for Little once she shoots her free throw. So Jargai out.
He's going to try and milk as much time out at the end of quarters as he possibly can with Sancho Little. Now, if you ask Little, she'll probably say she could go 40, but as many minutes as he can get into her on the bench, that'll really hold her in good stead for the second half.
Spain 1 of 3 at the line with that miss. So 2 of 4. She is so dominating defensively inside. If you're France, really you have to breathe a sigh of relief when she goes to the bench.
Well, they got 23 seconds here to go. They've got to pump, they've got to dump it inside to Yakubu or Gruda now and see if they can get the points at the end of the quarter here. Maybe pick up a foul too. They can't be waiting too long. They also have great opportunity on the offensive glass if they go early enough.
Well, final 10 seconds now. Spain with a chance. Torrens in the open floor. She passes back to Laya Palau for 3. Good! Spain throwing a dagger at the end of the first quarter. The turnover costly. And Torrens did the right thing. She dribbled in, passed it out, and you want nobody else taking that last second shot at the end of a quarter than Laya Palau.
That sums up the difference at the moment to me. Poor decision by France going the other way. They didn't let her establish or anything, threw it into traffic. And Torrens, who's, she does this, she does that, whatever. But you said it, decision to get it out, to get an open look. And they're taking big-time, high-percentage decisions, and France aren't. And if you'd have said to me before the game that they'd be that way round on the stats, I'd have gone the other way. Because Lawson Wade there shows you the difference, however good she is, and she is very good, between her and Dumerc. There would not have been that pass at the end of the quarter if Dumerc had had the ball. She'd have waited for a post-up. Hey, if nothing else, throw it to Gruda with 2 seconds on the game to throw take the perimeter shot. Don't try and force it to the inside. But that's pressure, and Spain have exerted pressure throughout the whole quarter.
Mark, it wasn't long ago that France were on that dream run to the final at the Olympics, but Spain didn't qualify for the Olympics. They didn't even make to the quarterfinals of the last EuroBasket, so that's another storyline here, is Spain, they've got a point to prove in this EuroBasket women.
Oh, huge point. And I think that, again, it shows you what the programs are about. They had a disappointment. They've gone away. Mondelo's got the job. He had to go through qualification. They went through qualification for some of that without Sancho Little. And he's made big decisions about, Valdemora coming back in, but she comes in a supporting role. That's a tough thing for her to do. So they've regrouped, and they're on a mission. There are a number of different missions here for the older players to sign off, and they want to re-establish themselves as the best in Europe.
Well, Celine Dumerc comes back in, her team down 9. Gruda back in as well. Well, she stays on the floor, so Dumerc is the change. Skrela is going to be guarding Uvinia, and Sylvia Dominguez is back in. So Laia Palau comes in after hitting that three-pointer. Laia Palau comes out after hitting the three, and Sancho Little is back in for Nichols. You just feel like Mondello needs to have Sancho Little on the floor as much as possible. Torrens.
Tough matchup for me.
Oh,
she just
goes
got
right
screwed.
around Miam. She missed it. And Cindy Lima is playing one of her best games.
Huge
attacking
rebound.
the glass.
Huge rebound. What a move, though. I know she blew the layup, but Anthems Miam is a great player. She just got scored.
Well, terrific play, and that's what they need. Sancho Little was there, but she doesn't want to give away a foul either.
How often do we say inside players are the only people who really know how to pass to inside players? Great pass from Yakubu. Little bounce pass in away from Little.
Sylvia Dominguez back outside to Uvinia. Had 19 points against Serbia. Off the glass and the ball rims out. Dumer. And the reach, yet again, from Sancho Little. Maybe, you know, good defensive play, but also the referee sometimes will call that coming over.
Well, Cindy Lima again. She gapped Yakubu.
Torrens for three from the right corner. The advantage is ballooned at 12 points for Spain. You're seeing Spain in all their glory right now. You just have to wonder if they can keep it up for 40 minutes. Dumer penetrates, gets inside. She misses. Now Sylvia Dominguez goes the other way. The crowd wanted a foul. They're not going to get it. Dominguez penetrates and is blocked by Skrilla. And good hustle from Indine Miam. Let's see if the good defense sparks France. Indine Miam hustling.
Well, as Valdemoro comes in, we're going to replay the foul. But
France wanted a foul on the penetration.
But like Sancho Little coming over made Dumer just literally release it way before she was ready to.
Skrilla trying to escape the attentions of Uvinia. Back to Gruda. Valdemoro, Spanish legend in the game now. Dumer from the left corner. Good! That's what they've been waiting on. Super Celine.
That was a tough shot. Uvinia was all over her. The level, such a stepping up here now with France playing more extension on their defense.
Sylvia Dominguez puts up a three. And Ndonge gets the rebound, hands it off to Skrilla. Look at the Spanish defense, though. They're quick hands, quick feet. They get it to Gruda inside, and Gruda puts it up and in. And that's got the French fans on their feet. And it forces a timeout by Lucas Mondello.
You know that situation where players get brawled on by the other players? Gruda's just answering Little. Tremendous baseline move.
26-19, Spain lead France. Mondello, I think, doing a good job of calling the timeout because you can just feel the French coming right back. The three-pointer by who else? Celine Dumer and Gruda, who's been terrific here in the first quarter offensively.
And the other thing, they bring back Emily Ndonge, and she gets a defensive rebound, she gets a stop. And I just think that in the same way, although Ndonge's got a lot more offense than Lima, and we questioned the Lima stuff before the game, but they need balance. And Yakubu's big, and she doesn't do what Ndonge does defensively. She just seals and rebounds, and she'll do that all day, and she's happy to do that all day. And it's like, and now...
Well, Dominguez has come out of the game.
Yeah.
So maybe the quick shot, and as well, Jargai has come back in for Uvinia. So a couple of veterans In fact, it's more of a veteran team now for Spain with Little, Valdemoro, Lima, and Palau. And Jargai, who's playing in her second EuroBasket women. Palau for three. And Little gets the rebound, puts it up, and draws the foul on Indy Mian. But was it before the shot? Because if it was after, she had a chance for a three-point play.
They'd have gone baseline, so it was after she gathered the ball in and just kept it on the floor.
Boy, Little is really...
she's a handful. I'm not for one second suggesting she's anything not, but you just got to get down and box her out, and then if she gets it then, you're fine. Can't do anything else.
Palau over to Valdemoro. Puts up a three. So France's defense playing hard, giving their team a chance.
It's a great answer by France. You know, the Dumerc penetration that she thought she was fouled on started it, then the three. So they're working their way back in now.
Chachuan, number 6 is in. Call small forward, Dumerc. Here she goes! Celine Dumerc is going. There's no telling what France can do. And suddenly mistakes creeping into the Spanish game.
Well, it's almost, I think you went in the timeout. Dominguez's bad shot just broke the momentum, and France have built on it. And Gomes has done a great job defensively. She gives them a little bit more on the perimeter. Cindy Lima's going to foul. How long are they going to leave Gruder out? For me, that's the question. Because with Shen Yong in the game, Miem can sit down. You know, they can bring in Gruder again, and I think they're looking at a better lineup. I don't think you can underestimate Ndonge's part of this little run either.
Gomes left open. And good strong rebound from Indine Miem. And Dumerc tried to bank it in. Now Valdemoro. And Valdemoro drives in. Now Dumerc in the open floor. Will she pull it back out? Into Ndonge. And she gets a couple of free throws. And France with a chance to cut it to 2.
Watch the great timing of the cup. Beautiful pass. And the step from Ndonge, if we get a look at it. Watch this. She goes to foul. The camera angle doesn't let us see it, but that was... For me, Ndonge is the glue type player for this team. They need to leave her out there as long as possible. I know it's a tough ask. With Gruder back in the game, they've got a nice lineup on the floor at the moment.
So Nichols has come in for Lima, and Alba Torrance has come back in for Valdemoro. Free throw game, so important. And France really looked like they were, you know, on the ropes early, but have managed now to reel off 10 consecutive points, 9 consecutive points with that miss. Good deny defense, good alert play from Chachuan.
That's the thing, the speed, the athleticism, the alertness. There's not many people on that French lineup who could have given up the first step to Torrance and recovered.
Chachuan's like Alba Torrance in that she overcame a torn ACL injury. There's Sancho Little. And that's a shot that France will not mind her taking. With Sancho Little kind of falling away from the basket. You'd rather be falling away the basket than going towards the basket.
Lucas Mondello's going to tell the official that the foul count is 4-1.
Oh, good
work.
defense, but then Palau couldn't control it and had to throw it back. So Palau really trying to spark Spain now defensively.
It's great defense.
No look pass to Chachuan, Celine Dumerc. And Sancho Little called for a foul on Gruda, her second. So Dumerc comes out, and it feeds Lawson Wade back in. It's kind of a risky strategy taking Dumerc out of the game, I think.
Well, especially like Sancho Little's just picked up a second foul. And if there is a time to throw your Kubi back in now, throw in the post, see who guards her. Or get Sandrine Gruder to go in there, because Little won't want to pick up that third one, and Dumerc will just get the ball there. It would have been worth almost give her another minute, see if she can pick up that foul just to see. You won't lose anything, especially coming into the halftime break.
Boy, Gruder, you know, she was so quiet in the semifinal. And today, she's got 12 points already. And we're just less than 16 minutes into the game. Alba Torrens penetrates. Well, France holding their ground, and that time a lot of, you know, it's almost as if they know what she's doing. They're sending everybody to the boards.
Gruder's got to go up, get the contact, see if you can get that foul.
Oh, they get after Gruder, and France have taken the lead. They are on a tear right now. 13 consecutive points for France. Little. That time she had time to get her feet set.
Yeah, balanced shots. The first balanced shot Spain have taken for a while in that little run, that's the 13-0 run.
Well, Gruder with 14 points, taking center stage here in one of the biggest games of her career. Here she is again. And Chachuan keeps the ball alive, but Sancho Little brings it in. Torrens penetrates. Good defense from Ndongue.
See, like, this is what the French defense, when you beat the first line of defense, there's always going to be that big player coming to help. And they've gone through it the last 3 times. They've had it challenged or thrown away. She can stop and pop if she needs to. You know, they can't keep forcing that shot. Valdemoro did it, and then Torrens has done it. They're taking tough shots. Don't need to take tough shots.
Uvinia back in for Jargai, and Cindy Lima will be coming in. Maya Palau, another jumper.
Oh.
But again, you have to think that France will settle for those jump shots from Spain. Where Spain really want to get it going is the transition.
Absolutely. And French execution the last few minutes has stopped them getting any chances to run because they've just executed so much better. Make or miss, they've executed better.
Well, Uvinia thought she had drawn the charge. Now Chachuan, and they're going to reset the shot clock. Cindy Lima coming in for Laura Nichols. Haven't seen Laura Gill yet. Somebody needs to tell Alba this is not football, it's basketball. Oh, Uvinia almost came up with a steal, and that's where she's really good.
She's so active and quick.
She had those 19 points the other day, but it was her defense when she entered the game that was just so pivotal. Chachuan from the right. Now, Uvinia was in possession there. She wanted a foul.
Didn't box out, though.
Nope.
That was the problem she had.
And turnover for Edwige Lawson-Wade. I've seen her called for that before, but it's always a tough call to make that call on the point guard.
I tell you, the defense, I mean, Lau Plau's rolling back the years here with her defense.
Oh, yeah.
And that's all because the pressure she's exerting every single moment of the game. And it really is roll back the years time defensively. She's playing like it's a first ever timeout here. She's just got so much enthusiasm for it.
Virginia, she's open. Oh, and a little bit of basketball sandwich for Sancho Little. You don't see this often. And that is not a foul, folks. That is a swat of the elite level. Sancho Little usually does it to the others. Palau penetrates inside to Lima, and she hesitated there and brings it back out. 5 on the shot clock. Torrens puts up a 3. It's a tough 3. She hits it. I mean, there's not much more France can do in that situation.
Nothing. They can't do anything. She's on guarding the penetration, had a hand on the shot.
Yeah, she had the hand up. Alba Torrens.
But this is the level we're at. This is the level where people make tough shots. And that's why you've got to play every possession hard.
Chachuan in the lane. And foul before on Alba Torrens. She slid in there too late.
Lucas Mondello will talk about it, but Torrens, if she'd have stayed in stance here, she just gets side on and just shoulders it. She's got to try and take that contact on the chest.
Boy, you know, Gruda is already, I think, the finished article, and you can imagine how good Chachuan is going to become. She's exudes potential, doesn't she?
The little additions they've got going on at that spot in this French national team will make them a real competitor, regardless of this game. In the World Championships, they could be a very frightening prospect for literally any team.
France cut it back to 4. Now Torrens, and tough defense, but Chachuan commits the foul, and Alba Torrens goes to 11 points here in the first half. She is now Spain's leading scorer.
It's almost, it's apart from the finish, obviously, it's exactly the same type of play. She gets turned by the first step of Torrens, and any contact there is going to be defensive.
Dominguez is coming in for Spain. And she's coming in for Palau, presumably to keep the pressure on defensively. Chachuan, meanwhile, comes out, and Indine Miem comes back in. And France, with that three-point play, trailed by 7 with 1.5 minutes remaining in the first half.
Spain showing almost showing a little matchup zone here, but
Gomez with a tough shot and hits it. Boy, that was about as tough as Torrens' three-pointer that she hit.
Off balance, almost sitting on the defender when she made that.
Dominguez turns Dumerc in, the second foul on Dumerc. Well, she doesn't want to give away one here at the end, so Vincent's go ahead and going to take out Dumerc, which is, you can understand why, but
it's still it's a tough call. Mondello's left in 2 players.
Oh, the alley-oop, and Torrens had it, but now France with a chance to get even closer. Oh, beautiful play inside to Yakubu, and Yakubu asking for the foul. Back to a 3-point game. They really need Yakubu. Spain cannot hold it for the last shot. Ubiña makes the pass. Good hands from Gruda. She's done it offensively, and that's a good defensive play. Now Lawson Wade. 9 seconds. 8. Miem from the baseline. Good! Spain going to call a timeout with 6.8 seconds remaining.
See, Jeff, for me, this is the sort of thing France can do. They can do the defensive stuff. Gruda ran the floor, and she probably should have got a touch, but Miem in transition, in rhythm, is going to make the shot. They can run, they can be very, very exciting and explosive. And with the talent that Gruda's bringing to the game, she's sparkling at both ends of the floor. At the moment, that head-to-head between Gruda and Little, Gruda's got that slight advantage, and that's really keeping France right in this. 6.8 seconds to go. They've got enough time to get it down and get something going to the basket, or at least a penetration of the kick.
You just have to wonder, Spain have played so well in this game, yet they only lead by 1, and have they let an opportunity go?
I think that when they had everything going their way and they then settled for just a three-pointer early in the shot clock, that just gives France a little bit of an opportunity to run back. They'd have almost been better going down there and giving up a 24-second, because the French were on the ropes. Merck's penetration and the foul, no foul call, got the crowd in it, all on the back of that bad three. Good decision to take it.
Okay, so we know that Palau likes to take the last shot. She's come in, and I'm sure that France are well aware of that. She's already hit 1 at the buzzer at the end of the first quarter. Valdemaro is checked in as well.
Oh, they nearly had 6 players on the floor. That's a good. Zaga, you didn't see it. You were looking the other way. She tells Mondello there's 6.
Well,
Almost a technical looking at.
Torrance takes it, and Ayayi commits the foul.
They got 1 to give.
So 1.9 seconds remaining. Now has Mondello, has he called a play already? Good job by Ayayi waiting that late to commit the foul. Now Sancho Little, well, that was just too much. Surely they got to get it in closer to the basket. And the referee just telling Sancho that was not a foul. Basically like, stop it. So Sancho Little, she's got 10 points. And Spain had a terrific start, but with Sandrine Gruda coming to life in a game-high 14 points, France are right probably where they'd like to be. They're only down a point at halftime.
Well, they're the statistics, and the 55% from the three-point line is literally keeping Spain in the lead because they've only gone 33%, and that's the challenge that France give you going to the basket. Most of the other stuff is pretty even. Apart from France's 11 turnovers. For a team that prides itself on its ball control, that's testament to Lai Palau and the defense that Spain plays. It's about, to me, they've gone with a 3, the big 3 spot, most of the game, France, and they have to stay with that. Because Skrilla looked a little bit ineffective, didn't really look to get open. There's the game leaders, and Gruda, Gruda's all over the stats, as is Sancho Little, but Torrance with 12 has done a good job. But for me, the key for France, keeping that big 3 in the game.
ce très bon groupe de Double Dutch DNF, présent à l'occasion de l'EuroBasket Women 2013. Ensemble, derrière l'équipe de France, ce sera de 35 pour la France, 36 pour l'Espagne.
With the halftime score of the gold medal game, 36-35. Spain just on top of France. And Mark, I have to say, I think France have done very well to get back into this game. And I just wonder maybe if Spain, by not delivering that early knockout, if they're gonna rue that.
Well, it's 26-12, and Spain had possession of the ball, and for the first time in the game, they just went down and threw a shot up. You know, it was disappointing, but you didn't have to take those opportunities, and Celine Dumerc, I think, took over for a while. But I don't think you have to look much further, obviously, than the performance of Sandrine Gruder, but she's played 18.5 minutes, and she's really gone hard against Sancho Little. The only person who's played anywhere near the same number of minutes as Sancho Little, Sandrine Gruda. But there's only one player on that French team that's scoring consistently, and that is Sandrine Gruda. So Spain have got the 2 scorers because Torrent has 12. But she's a tough ask for Spain. And this is, I think, the issue that Mondello has to talk about. If you don't guard her outside, she scores. If you then put someone quicker on, she'll go inside. So she has the complete package. They have to deny her the ball. And those 2 fouls on Sancho Little, it might be that he may go with someone else just to try and deny the ball, go a little bit quicker. The other concern for Pierre Monson, though, is that Yakubu only has 2 points and Ndongue 1. Now, it's supposed to be that big French front line is going to be able to dominate and be able to pick up points across the board, and it hasn't happened. Mayam and Sheng Yong have done a marvelous job at the 3. So it's really so evenly poised. I think it's, at the moment, though, I'd still go with Spain if they can get some tempo to the game.
Well, Torrens is into double figures with 12 points. There's Gruda with the 14. Some players that have been really influential for Spain in this tournament have not been today. I guess Jorgai has been trying to help out defensively, but she's really yet to get on track, in my opinion.
I would agree with Jeff. And it was, when they posted her up, and I thought that was, that's going to get her going. She got fouled, made 1 from 2 from the line, and she was never quite in that flow of how she's been in this tournament. So that's, in all the matchups, Gomis won that one, and that's a big win for France, I think, in terms of the game. I think the 3 spot between Mayam and Sheng Yong and Torrens is pretty even. So it's just set up.
Well, I think Spain also have a wild card in there that we haven't seen yet, Elisa Aguilar. Yeah. She has the potential to come out and hit some big shots. But, if you're France and you know that Spain are taking 3-pointers to try to beat you, I think they'll probably go with that. So any coach would rather see an opponent shooting from long range than getting it inside, especially if you can get some pressure on them.
Absolutely, and the phrase "picking your poison," they pick the poison that says they can take that, but if they penetrate to the basket, we're going to challenge it really, really hard.
And what they can't do is turn the ball over and allow Spain to get out on the fast break.
And every time they don't execute properly, that's another chance to Spain for run. And we haven't even mentioned, though, Jeff, just before we start, the role, what a performance by Cindy Lima.
Yeah.
And that's the win for Spain. She's won that little battle with Yakubu and Ndongue in lots of ways. So there's little battles going on between the game, but Lima, for me, huge success for Spain. And I thought if she won that battle, that Spain would almost have a dominant position.
Yeah, it's interesting because all 3 of those players, you wouldn't say that they play with a lot of pizzazz, a lot of panache. It's just grind it out, get in, and really power your way up. And I think Mondello, quite rightly, saw that, and he knows what he's got in Lima, who has been in this national team for several years, going back to 2007 when Spain won, took the silver medal, finishing runners-up to Russia in Chieti. And what's really interesting to me is I didn't think I'd see this in this tournament, was Sancho Little actually get her shot blocked. And it's happened a couple of times. And that just speaks volumes about the size that France do have on that front line.
And the absolute quality of Gruda. I like the fact he's gone with Yakubu to start with. That's a positive move to try and get points on the ball and really put Little under pressure defensively.
Well, it could be that Chachuan is going to attack. She gets in. And that ball goes off of Lima's hands. Now, Torrens, she just didn't defend, to be quite honest. And Mondello is talking to her.
Told her straight away. She just nodded. She better get down low and play some defense next time.
She was looking to release and get out on the fast break. Now, that time, Gomis is trying to do too much, and Jorgai comes up with the ball. Gets it over to Little, and now Torrens has released and puts it up and in for her first 2 points. So she and Gruda now with 14 points apiece.
Well, hopefully that might get Zargay going. Getting something positive right at the beginning there, played good hands, and then didn't panic. Made sure she tried to get it to her teammate.
I think Spain will be very happy if Sandrine Gruda is out behind the arc, to be honest. 4 on the shot clock, 3. Gomis pulls up, that's a tough shot. Fight, and Yakubu gets it and puts it back up and in. Boy, there were a lot of bodies inside that time. the cut to Little. That's 3 fouls on Celine Dumerc. That is not what Pierre Vincent needs. He was trying to keep her out of foul trouble at the end of the first half. So she picks one up pretty quickly here in the third quarter. Torrens hands it off to Lima, and she missed the layup and then commits the foul. She was making that shot in the first half. Well, it's a tough call for a foul on her. I mean, she was hunched over. Now Yakubu gets inside, pulls her way in there, and draws a foul on Lima. Of course, none of that happens if Lima makes the layup.
Yeah.
Although she was challenged.
But it should be at worst a foul. Lima should have at least got fouled and not blown the layup.
Yakubu goes to 5 points. She lived in Valencia, Spain, played for Ros Casares, and knows all of these Spanish players very well. Some of them were her teammates. She only converts 1 of 2. And Torrens now pulls up, hits the soft little jumper right there from about 8 feet.
Well, every team needs someone who wants to take that response. 12 shots already for Torrens.
That's what I was thinking. Here's somebody that just doesn't hesitate.
No.
Yakubu doing a great job right now. She's winning the battle with Cindy Lima. You said they've inserted her in the starting lineup, and now we're going to see what Laura Gill is made of. She's going to come in and take on Yakubu.
This will be interesting because Gill's just got to be a bit active. She can't try and play a strength for strength. Get in front of her when she tries to get it that deep on the circle. Just get in front. Yakubu does struggle sometimes from the free throw line. She went 1 from 2 last time, and she's missed the first this time.
Laura Gill, number 12. She's a newcomer in the setup, really. I mean, it's her first EuroBasket. And if you were to ask me which player is the toughest out there for Spain, I would say Laura Gill. She might not win the battle, but she's going to fight. But the question is, will her lack of experience cost her? Torrens for 3! Well, mesmerizing. 19 points for Alba Torrens. Dumerc. Oh, that's just quality from the player they need it from. And that's why they need her on the floor, even though she's got the 3 fouls.
Might be an option for Mondello to just bring in Dominguez and ask her to go at Dumerc. Because Palau is more of a pull it up and shoot it.
Well, that's a tough shot.
I tell you, your description of her as being tough and never backing down, that's a great example of it. It wasn't the prettiest move. It looked horrible on the shot. But she didn't back out of anything. A lot of people in that situation will throw up a weak shot, and it just...
Well, Ndonge comes in. Chachuan goes out, Yakubu out, and Skrilla. They need something from Skrilla, number 13, France. They would love for her to find some space and shoot some jumpers.
Well, this lineup, this balance of lineup didn't work for France in the first half, going a little smaller. This was the period, that was the lineup that Spain really built the lead against. Interesting to see if they can pull it off this time.
Well, she makes 1 of 2. So both teams missing some opportunities at the line. Full court pressure. Torrens with the reach. And instead of going all the way, Ndonge brings it back out.
Skrilla didn't inspire a lot of confidence there. Dumerc needed a bit of a blow on the floor, and she just picked it up off 2 dribbles and gave it to Ndonge.
Well, I like the fact that Dumerc is willing to take the shot. And Jargai got away with a turnover. I mean, just lost the ball and it went into... But look at the fight from Celine Dumerc. But now back into the hands of Torrens. And she hands it off and a charge called on Alba Torrens. So France, I think, Good defensive position.
I'd like to see the Dumerc play where she ripped it off, because I'm finding that pretty hard to believe there was no contact on that. That's a foul because she came through the back and under the arm. And I don't know. And then I thought Ndonge was in the circle, but
yeah, if Ndonge's in the circle, that shouldn't be.
I can't believe that Dumerc went for the reach. She was in a mismatch and she went for the reach and got away with one.
By the way, Cindy Lima does have 4 fouls, so
yeah.
Spain also have a little bit of foul trouble. That foul was Torrens' second. Now, Gruda, long rebound out to Lawson Wade, who's come in for Dumerc. Gomez back outside to Lawson Wade. Skrilla. Gomez can shoot. She can shoot it. Good!
Gomez has had a hell of a game already.
Yeah, she has. She's clutch.
Really, really giving this French team 9 points, and it's all of them have been big, those 9, all of them. Zage's got to find a way to contribute for Spain.
There she gets in, and there she's right on cue.
So now we could move seats again, you know. Oh, that's a tough move.
And the foot by Laia Palau boots it out of bounds.
You know, there's a couple of options here for Mondello if he really wanted to try and squeeze a little bit out of this. With Skrilla and Lawson Wade in the backcourt, Dominguez and Urbina coming in might be a nice option for him, because he's Raul's been there for 4.5 minutes, playing hard.
Skrilla goes baseline, and the hands on the ball. Is he going to go out of bounds off Spain? No, it's Spain's ball. So Skrilla turns it over.
She just didn't look definite, did she? You know, she went baseline, and Torrens played it that way. She wanted to go down there. She wasn't going to shoot it. That's great recognition by Torrens. That's just basketball.
Laia Palau gets in. Nobody picks her up. And Laura Gill just takes that ball back outside for Spain.
Heads up play as well. She couldn't go back up. There's too many big people around her.
Now Sancho Little hasn't really gotten involved as much in the offense here. Back outside to Gill. She doesn't hesitate and throws it off the back of the rim. Now Skrilla.
Skrilla's got to believe she's a far better player. She's got lots of options for this French team. She's just got to get in the flow of the game. She could be key. She could give them a lot of lift from the perimeter.
Laia Palau really bothering those French guards out on the perimeter. And Edwige Lawson Wade puts up a 3, and France have taken the lead. Laia Palau up to Torrens. Spain desperate to run, but I think they a little bit out of control there. Boy, that was a huge play. Now Gruda goes in, and Spain are going to call a timeout. And it's incredible when you think about that sequence. Spain had France under pressure on the perimeter. They were calling for the travel from Lawson Wade, and she just stepped up and drilled the three-pointer.
From deep, from very, very deep.
And then Spain so desperate to get out on the run. You know, they rush it, and then it triggers a fast break. And what do you know? France on top by 3, the biggest lead of the game.
It's one of those moments, isn't it? They're frustrated they don't get the travel, and then they want to try and get it back in one go.
But I think the game obviously is being played at the pace of France. The tempo.
Yeah, it's a really fine line at the moment, because a 49-point French score with still 4 to go in the third. It's starting to eke out into a 70, 80-point game, and that's Spain territory. They've got to, rein it in, keep it around the 65, 70 mark. And France, that's more their tempo. The positive thing is they've got the lead without Dumerc in the game, albeit on a really, almost a prayer of a 3. There's going to be so many twists and turns in the last 14 minutes. Sancho Little not getting involved in the offense is the biggest worry for Mondello, because they haven't really got the ball inside or outside where she has an advantage to work with. And Dominguez in the game, and I think maybe that you can't be critical of the quality of a coach of Mondello, but for sitting here it's that easy. Maybe a minute earlier it would have been he may have got away with stuff. It wouldn't have had that situation with a 3. It's so easy to sit here and say that though.
Well, Dominguez has played for the last EuroLeague women, the last three title-winning teams in EuroLeague women. She's a former MVP at youth level. And Torrens drives in. And now, great defense from France. Torrens could have made it. She was right in front of the basket.
That's a great stand.
And offensive foul?
Yeah, it's a great stand. Sancho Little stood, straight a pass and carried on. And you see it now. You know, and it's not going to help Skrella's confidence. And I still think she has a really important role. If she could just get going for France, that could really give them a lift. And they're up 3 now. She should feel it a little bit, see if she can get something from the perimeter.
Dominguez left open. And Vij Lawson-Wade picks up the foul. She was feeling Lawson-Wade on her back. Don't know what Mandela was saying. Now Sancho Little goes to work against Gruda. Whoa, boy.
But
that was great defense. Nothing more you can do. She was not going to be denied.
yeah, she had her, and then second move by Little just got her enough space to step past. We love people going at each other with that amount of quality. Great pass.
Well, they find Gruda. She's really been their MVP in the game. She's got 18 points.
Man, that's a great pass.
Torrens outside, guarded by Skrella. And just somehow dribbles right past everybody. Boy, she's got 21 points.
She just, again, they're trying to play a one-on-one. You can't play a one-on-one. If you play a one-on-one, she'll do that to you. Stay within what you're doing as a team, force her into areas where you know you're going to get help. One-on-one, she'll beat anybody on the floor. Oh. Great help from Gill.
It was. And really Little, I think, needs a float because she was reaching. She almost picked up a foul. She was gambling, going for the steal. And you can look at Little right now and see that she needs to come out. 2:31 remaining here in the third quarter. And Torrens misses the three.
Well, Sancho Little and Sandrine Gruda just been going at it the whole time. Gruda just looks a little fresher at the moment, but I don't know if Mondello's got the confidence to go to anybody else.
5 on the shot clock. Gruda fumbled the ball over to Lawson-Wade, and Miam comes flying in, but they called a shot clock violation.
Regardless of that, Laura Gill boxed out Miam. That's why she came flying over her back.
Yeah.
Held on to it, was not going to be denied in terms of getting it.
Well, Gruda gets a well-deserved breather, and Ndongue comes in, and this is where it becomes difficult for Spain. They are just bringing in the horses.
You've got to take Gruda. If you take her out now, she gets the 2 minutes and the quarter break. And without Gruda in the game, this is the time to take her out. That's the foul that they'll be shooting.
And I think Spain will take it right now because they're struggling a little bit offensively. But the free throw game, so crucial.
Mondello, I think, has just got to rotate. Got to get some little bit of time into somewhat, like Torrens or Little has got to get a little bit of time here. And he can use the quarter break with whatever time is left in the game now. Laura Nichols with Ndongue, she can cope with that for 2 minutes.
So the first one ties it, and the second one puts Spain back in front by a point, and there's just not too much between these two teams right now.
It's a great move by Besson, though, to bring in Chatillon now, because now he's gone a little bigger at the three, and Spain are a little smaller, and it's going to put a lot of pressure on Torrens and Little defensively.
Miam. Oh, boy, that would have been a big one.
Sancho Little did remarkably well to scramble out to put a hand up on that shot.
Yeah, but she's just got such a beautiful stroke, Miam.
Yeah.
Dominguez. And Dominguez pass.
Sancho Little's wide open. wide open at the top of the key. There was enough time on the clock to make a couple, and she looked for a great one. Just get it out if you don't want to go up. Or if you're not going to go up, when you break them down, don't go in there.
Well, Dominguez fell down. She gets back up. Sancho Little reaches over, gets the steal, and then Ndongue commits the foul. You know, as you look at this, Vincent will be asking, how can you not call a foul on Sancho Little reaching over? But on the other hand, this is where she's just so tough.
But that's great. She came over with the outside hand, didn't reach through.
I think she'll be happy to get to the free throw line. So even though she's tired, she's working extremely hard on defense.
They look tired. She's tired. You can almost take her out with a minute. Just give her the minute and the 2.
Meanwhile, Celine Dumerc hasn't played in ages. So back to a 2-point game for Spain. It's a real thriller here. So France edged Sweden in a thriller in the quarterfinals.
Great defense by Domingo. They're going to call a foul.
And that's a tough one for Spain because that puts Lawson Wade on the free throw line.
Yeah, it's
well, she's got her hands on her side.
Absolutely, it's a good call by the official. She may ask for the travel, but she can't put her hand on her hip.
41.2 seconds to go in the third quarter. And Lawson Wade, the veteran, calmly sinks both free throws. Now 9 on the shot clock. And they get it. Alley-oop. She had it, but just missed it. And Sancho Little needs to get back on defense instead of complaining. She just missed it.
She's saying she got a little contact while she's in the air, but we couldn't see it, so.
I don't think she could have asked for a better shot. Lawson Wade penetrates, hands it off to Ndongue. Good! And France executes to perfection right at the end. The shot goes awry. Oh, they haven't committed a foul. Torrance wanted the foul as she heaved that one, but I think that's clutching at straws, really. Just good execution on that last play from France and has put them on top by 2 with 10 minutes remaining.
Yeah, Lawson Wade did very, very, very well to create the opportunity. France getting right back in it, and they're still over 50%. And they've done a nice quarter in terms of turnovers. They've controlled those. They're still on 16-7, which is the thing that's keeping Spain in the game. Because percentage-wise, France are knocking down shots. They're getting better looks. And Spain are hanging on offensively. And I think there will be a point where Sancho Little will just suck it up and say, hey, there's only 5 minutes to go. I'm just going to get through it. But
well, they out-rebounded Spain by 6 in that quarter.
And that's, again, it's like as soon as Cindy Lehman went out, Laura Gill did a really good job. But, you know, Sandrine Gruder has won the battle so far in terms of the big player on the inside. And I still go back to the Gomi thing. Gomi is still the bigger factor at that spot because Zargay hasn't got going at all. There might be a point in this fourth quarter where Montella may go with 2 guards and go with a smaller lineup and see what that gives him in terms of the game. But even if it meant, it's a tough call now because it's a risk. You know, does he leave Sancho Little here just for a minute? It's a big, big ask for someone to go in now. And if France go on a 4-0, all of a sudden it's a 6-point game. And it's a tough one. He's lost that opportunity to sort of say, I'm going to give her a couple of minutes here.
And you've also got the specter of Maya Valdemaro. Will the temptation be there to put her in late in the game, especially if she's not in the flow?
Well, one of those options could have been, if you were going to sit Sancho Little down, would have been to put a lineup with Torrens and Valdemoro there. They might not have scored, but you'd have had offensive options on the floor. But he seems to have done it in the quarterfinal, semi-final. These are the players who are going to play today in this rotation. So it's
a great atmosphere in Orchy. Just the fans everywhere waving the French flags. That's a little. Fell over there, gets up, and Miyam commits the foul on Dominguez. Why did she do that? Looked like France were okay defensively.
She did everything she was supposed to do. She didn't really need to commit there. She's already got what she wants, which is like, I've shown hard, so I've stopped her going past.
Torrens.
That's 2 quick fouls on France.
But Spain haven't shot free throws well today. They're 7 of 11. Salima back in with the 4 fouls as well, so that gives them a little bit of beef on the front line. That's a little thing she can go up against Miyam. And there you go, the key rebound. Jargai for 3. Got it! No! I thought it was in.
I was with you.
That's the first time I've ever gone good and been wrong in my life. Boy, Jargai can't get it going, but the foul keeps the ball in the hands of Spain. So
that's the 13th foul in 27 seconds. That's why Miyam's foul, which started all this, it was the real issue.
Yeah.
That's 4
fouls. Holding is Skrilla. So Spain very quickly going to be in the bonus. You have to wonder how they're going to handle the free throws. Dominguez open, good! Now that was more
in the flow.
Calmly in the flow.
Because coming off of a screen like that, one of the options is to shoot it if the defense goes underneath. They went underneath, she shot the ball. Now Spain have to stay clean now. They play hard, but they've got to stay clean. They don't need to even out this foul situation.
Tachuan drives in, but misses, and Lima there with the rebound. Now, back to Dominguez. Hands it off to Little, over to Jargai from the left corner. Good! And probably some relief on the Spanish bench, and now a little bit more nerves over on the French, and Vincent has no choice. He has to bring in Super Celine Dumer. He's going to bring Gomis in as well. Well, she's got position.
Wide open. Gruda was wide open. That's going to call a blocking foul. That'll be the 3rd foul if they call it a block.
But they had Gruda on Lima, right on the low block, and they didn't pass it. And that's the look at Jargai's 3-pointer.
I mean, Gruda should have got it. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, as you say, they're leaving themselves out, but Sancho Little got contact in the middle of the chest on that.
Dumer in. Tachuan for 3. That's off the right. And into the hands of Silvia Dominguez. And Dominguez just goes straight in there and scores.
Tough shot.
Now it's a 6-point game. France need a basket.
Tough shot. Now this is, France need to run, get Gruda the good look. Or if she gets double teamed, throw it out to a good shooter. We're going to get a ball foul with, on the ball foul with Dominguez. But Spain don't need to give up quick fouls now, just because France have. Because almost certainly the referee's going to call it that way because they've called it tight at the beginning of the fourth. It's a big start to the fourth quarter for Spain.
The France aren't going anywhere. They're mentally tough. They've shown themselves to be mentally tough in this competition. And the reach, and Cindy Lima has fouled out of the game. And it's, as we said, it's reaching over, and she looks like she's injured her already injured fingers. She's in a lot of pain. And the crowd is booing Cindy Lima while she's injured. That's not very good.
Difference between that and the Gruda one. Gruda came with the outside hand to knock it away, and Cindy Lima came through the offensive player. Good call by the official.
Yeah, good call, but Cindy Lima's in tears over there. She's getting, he hasn't even made it back over here yet. So camera's gonna go over there and see what the situation is. Wasn't a shooting foul. Gruda open for the jumper. Good! Well, she's ready for the big occasion. We're ready for some kind of finish right now. I can feel it. Better check the pacemakers. 4 points. The Spanish lead. And I think that's trying to force something that's not there. A couple of times, Spain, a little bit impatient.
Zagai picked the dribble up, that cardinal sinner picking the dribble up. Got to milk this matchup. Yakubu and Lauren Nichols, see what she can get. Poor shot by Yakubu.
Yeah, but Nichols stood her ground.
Yeah.
Torrens. And the flow, maybe not. And now Dumerc drives in, and the foul called on Silvia Dominguez. So that now is 4 fouls on Spain here in the quarter, and Dominguez has to come out. Timeout, France. Laia Palau will be coming back in after that foul by Dominguez. You feel the momentum shifting ever so slightly, 61-57. Here, Vincent, he's coached in a lot of big games with this national team. He led him to the gold medal. Really, the first opportunity that he had back in 2009. He had been an assistant and experienced the difficulty or the tough times of 2007 when they came in 8th. Lucas Mondello, he took over and led Spain in the qualification round last year, so this is his first EuroBasket. Do you see a difference in the coaching acumen?
Well, I think they're a lot closer in terms of what they're trying to do than I thought they would be today. I thought Mondello would get back to those rotations and try and keep the tempo high. But they're both now at the moment trying to, 7 minutes in the game to go. They're going to try and work shots as opposed to Spain normally getting them in the flow of what they want to try and run. It's a tough ask. Laia Palau is the best guard Spain has to try and get that to happen.
It must be killing Amaya Baldomoro not to be out there.
Wow, and I would say the same thing about getting her in for Torrens as I do about Little. 2-3 minutes could have been vital. It's too late now. It's a tough ask to try and rotate people now.
Baldomoro's last EuroBasket, last summer with the national team, as well as Elisa Aguilar's. And the same for Beach lost some way to France, and we think in Dongue. Well, wide open. She hits it. Surely, if there's any player on the floor for Spain, you cannot leave Sandrine Gruda open with the type of form that she's in today.
Well, that spot's got her name on it, that extended elbow. She's been knocking it down, and Spain went very passive that possession defensively.
Torrens for 3. And Little came over the back. They call it on Jargai's free throws. No, it's a foul on Sandrine Gruda. Boy, I didn't see that. But the referee was right there. Watch. She stuck her arm out, so you can understand why she called it, but it's a bit unfortunate.
She was trying to really establish her control, I think, more than anything else. It's a tough call.
Oh, she walked.
When you have the mentality of Albert Torrens and you're tired, and here comes the Baldomoro.
Baldomoro coming in for Torrens.
Yeah, we talked when Celine Dumerc came in about stages of set, and situations like that. Could you script this any differently, any better, if Baldomoro comes up with a great performance right now?
Well, it certainly would be good for Spain, but not for France. And the foul Yakubu wanting to unsportsmanlike, but it's not called. And France have 5 fouls, and now Spain have 5 fouls. And that foul was committed by Valdemoro.
It's one of those games, Jeff, and just when you think Spain have momentum,
yeah,
a couple of threes, they build a lead, and then France stop them and claw their way back into it.
Well, I think Spain have done a good job not playing their game. I think this is France's how they'd like to play. And Spain clearly want to run, but they can't because France is just too good defensively. The Yakubu free throws ties it up. Little's been really quiet in the second half compared to the first half. Valdemoro gets it inside to Nichols, and she is fouled by Yakubu and will now take a couple of free throws.
It's always going to be, well, it's executing and making decisions under pressure. And like Laura Nichols is in the corner with nowhere to go, you don't have to rush out at her. And it's decisions under pressure now, both teams.
Nichols plays with Rivas Acopoulos in Spain. She's played in these major tournaments with her national team, and she makes the first free throw.
Looks confident, looks smooth.
And she, obviously, with Cindy Lima out of the game, now that experience is needed.
You just hope the game isn't won and lost on the free throw line.
Yeah. She makes both. Still waiting on Celine Dumerc to come up with a big play. The free throw percentages. Dumerc runs baseline.
It's the Spain in the zone, yeah.
Yep.
That's a big call. Good challenge by Palau. That's a great challenge. And the zone forced Gruder like that extra 2-3 feet outside, and Palau really chased it down.
Now Jargai spins over to, great defensive play from Celine Dumerc. Now on the open floor, no look bounce pass to Gomis. Great job from Gomis to chase that down.
Got to back yourself sometimes. Being wide open on the end of that phase.
She passes it up to Miam. And Sancho Little gets the rebound. Just the long arms. Last 4 minutes and 40 seconds of the EuroBasket women. Valdemoro penetrates and drags her feet and is called for the travel.
Unless they've moved to defense, that penetration isn't there because they're just all with us still.
Yeah, that was a great call. I mean, Valdemoro dragged it just a little, but enough.
The man did a great job staying with her and meant she never got turned.
Valdemoro's pressure on defense. France trying to attack the zone. They struggled against the zone against Sweden. Dumerc, 3 on the shot clock. And they just did get it off. How in the world? Mondolo wanted to travel. You can see him calling for it in the screen.
Yeah,
but
and she did, but it was a scramble. They're not going to call it. She probably did. Oh, they're starving Sancho Little of the ball until Palau finds her right then.
Oh, she almost traveled.
She did travel, and she's tired.
Oh, great hustle from Laura Nichols. And the foul on Ndonge, that was supreme effort from Laura Nichols. Those are the little things that you just really don't fully appreciate.
And that makes the difference. You know, like Laura Nichols, what can she do? How can she help the team?
She chases the ball down. No, not on that one.
Yeah.
That was Ndonge's. Just got it off. An entire nation breathed a sigh of relief here in France. First one good from Sancho Little. Remember, 14 points, 10 rebounds. Can't complain with that. And the second one is good. So many times Spain and France play each other in international competition, not just in basketball, but other sports.
the
Gomez steps up. And
Great
Baltimore was able to knock it out, and now up ahead to Sancho Little, and she missed the layup, and Gruda, terrific hustle, and the foul on Sancho Little. And instead of attacking the basket, she should have pulled it down and brought it out. 4 fouls. They cannot afford to lose her, but that's... I didn't see the foul. I thought that was good defense. Let's see.
Foul.
I don't know. I thought she had ball.
Well, it's a tough one. She's come across.
She's coming by.
Yeah. And the only guy who had the right slot, the camera's not in, the guy in the best spot in that one, the referee had the best view of it, and he didn't call it, so that, it looks like a foul because she came with the inside hand, but he had a great view of it, did really well to get ahead of the play. At this stage of the game, the guy's in good shape because it was a great pass. And what the hell's Little doing getting out on the break? She was looking tired a minute ago.
Yeah, she was.
But they missed the throw.
Well, she's got a chance to breathe. Torrens, meanwhile, has come back in, and Baltimore has stayed out, and Jargai's come out. Well, she makes 1 of 2, so 3:21 remaining, and Spain still on top by 1. I know Mondello's arguing for, trying to get a call maybe later in the game, but I don't think you can punish France for, hustling on defense and getting back. We'll never know. We'll have to look at the replay again. Palau had the ball taken away. Somehow Spain get it back, and Baltimore has to put up a prayer, misses. And Baltimore gets it back, kicks it back to Torrens. She penetrates, wraps it around the Little, who goes up and gets a chance for a 3-point play. What determination and perseverance from Spain.
Baltimore is struggling. Really realizes he gets it away, gets in the play, and the old Baltimore, when she was in her prime, would have gone straight up and heads-up decision. What a pass.
She made the right decision.
She made a great decision, and Torrens makes a great decision. And Little completes it.
So back to a 4-point game with 2:50 remaining. But I remind you, folks, Celine Dumerc is on the floor.
Celine time, isn't it?
Super Celine. The interception by Baltimore.
Well, she might not be scoring points, but she has been absolutely...
Can't we just stop it now and
Yeah.
give both these teams gold medals? It's not going to happen. Somebody's going to celebrate and somebody is going to be deflated. Torrens with 5 on the shot clock. Goes to work. Over to Palau for 3. Off the back of the rim. So they dodge a bullet. Boy, they would have settled for that with Palau getting the open look. 2 minutes remaining. See how France reacts. Spain still in the zone, the 2-3 zone. Surely Celine Dumerc is going to put it up and in! Look at it! Celine Dumerc stands up to be counted. She's not afraid of this situation. They get it to Nichols. She goes up and gets the foul on Ndonge. And Nichols, you have to be impressed.
Tough move. And I'll tell you, the other thing is, Lad Palau has been here, done it, and all those things as a decision-making point guard. The stars out on the floor, and look, Nichols made the best cut, had the best option. She didn't hesitate, led her with a pass and created the opportunity for her. And
Yet again, Dumerc, though. I mean, what can you say? Goodness gracious.
We're almost like Celine time, yeah. And what does she do? She delivers again.
She delivers in Celine time. She's an absolute... They should just put a statue of her right now, somewhere. Well, it's a... Yeah, for a second there, the scoreboard said 69-67. They thought she was making the free throw. Oh, she missed both. Well, Nichols had made 2. Now she misses both. The free throw game. France with a chance to go back in front. 1:17 remaining. Gruda. Miem. Open! And Little soars up for the ball. Over to Torrens. 1:06 to go. Boy, I thought that was in. France had an opportunity. Spain, I think they would have settled for this position before the EuroBasket women. The same for, well, France would probably rather be winning. Torrens floats in, no good. France get it back. Well, France, will they go inside? Spain back into a man. Man-to-man defense. Dumerc, they get it to Ndongue. She misses. Over to Torrens. And now Palau back to Torrens. 28 seconds to go. Oh, and Laia Palau just got over in time. 21 seconds, Spain with a 1-point lead. I thought there might be a foul down there. It wasn't called. It's white knuckle time. 4 seconds, 3. Laia Palau penetrates, gets it to Little. Good! Spain have taken a 3-point lead. 7.5 seconds remaining. They executed this last play to perfection.
Okay, Vincent has, what, 7.5 seconds to go. He's got Celine Dumerc.
And Maya Baltimore right now is crying, folks. She knows her team is so close to getting that gold medal. France, however, had 7.5 seconds left, and I would not bet against Celine Dumerc in this situation.
And he's going to put Lawson way back in the game. He's got to go early enough to give themselves a chance to get the offensive rebound, because in that situation, if Gruder or whoever else can go up, there may be the foul. But you know Mondello's saying that box out, one shot, or does he? Foul, send him to the line for 2.
Look at Aguilar coaching there, making sure the veteran.
Because that's the other option. Yeah. He either says, we'll trust our defense, or we'll foul for the 2. He's got the timeout. If she makes the second, they can walk it down the floor. You know what, you'd love him to say, let's trust our defense. But he's got those options. You'll know straight away what he's going to do.
You think France, what are they looking for, the 3?
Well, I don't, if they go inside, Spain are going to let them have it. Mondello will call the timeout and he'll walk it down the floor. So either way, Mondello's in charge of this situation now. If you're France, you've got to go to what's worked, and unless Spain really take it away.
Look at the Spain fans. Casas.
There's three-point shooters out there and Gruder, and you wouldn't bet against Gruder making anything.
Well, they were going to put in Casas Sinovinian. Now they're not. No, they got to have to make a change. He's going to bring in Valdemoro. Avini and Casas are like,
what are you doing?
So they're going to inbound it after the timeout, so they've got plenty of time. And now Pierre Vincent wants to call a timeout.
Yeah, he's going to take another one. He knows. He wanted to see what was going on there, because Mondello tried to play the game a little bit.
Listen, these referees are doing a good job.
Oh, yeah. And
Very good job.
The great thing about the official then is she made absolutely clear.
The Romanian is, anyway. I'm telling this to former France international Audrey Sorey, who's sitting to my right, the lovely Audrey Sorey. 23 points for Sandrine Gruder.
Well, like Jeff, we were rushed briefly talking about those options. If Spain want to, they'll let it, if they can't steal it on the inbound, they'll let it come in and foul. That's a 2-shot situation. They'll shoot it, he'll take a timeout, and we're all the way back down here. That's one way of playing it, or it's his defense, and the worst case then he's in overtime. Even if Dumerc or whoever takes the shot and makes it. They can't leave it too long. They can't pass up an open one. So Mondello's still got the insurance of a sideline possession right down here with a chance to win it, even if they make the 3. And he's got to do that in the heat of the game. That's why these guys are so good at making those decisions at these moments. Because there's an option here to leave Sancho Little out for this defensive series because she's on 4 fouls. But he's not going to take that option, and nor should he.
I'm not sure I would bet against France here if they do get the opening for the 3. The dramatic final, 7.5 seconds here. Gruda has it. Edwige Lawson-Wade. In her last EuroBasket women, she puts it up. Gruda puts it up, but that's not going to be enough. France have lost 70-69. Spain celebrate their first European title since 1993. Unbelievable scenes. Edwige Lawson-Wade took the three. It didn't seem like it was the ideal shot. She had to take it. It was a tough shot. And Spain are celebrating. They've basically ruined the party here in France.
Well, we've said all along.
For the French fans, anyway.
Oh, for the French fans. You know, someone going to come and ruin the party, and unfortunately for the home country, they lose in the last moments of the game. And Jeff, there's loads of heroes and stuff out there, but you've got to feel the emotion of Valdemoro. And what a contribution. It's not the points or anything she's done in the past. It was a heads-up and effort that gave Spain the opportunity to get the extra possession.
Well, they've won it. They've been waiting a very long time, folks. France have been in this gold medal position themselves before in the past, but only one of these two teams can win it. And I have to tip my hat off to both teams. I mean, they just played terrific basketball. There were a lot of people thinking that Spain were going to come in, to be quite honest, and really rule the roost here. For Spain, for France, really, they're on a high still. Their program is still an elite program, but only one of these programs can win it tonight.
And that sums up this tournament. There are lots of great programs. Sweden announced themselves. So two great programs come up for a one-point game. We can't give the gold medal to both teams. And there is so much emotion with that Spanish lineup at the moment. Great coaching job, great performance across the board. Spain announced themselves at this moment as the best team in Europe.
Sylvia Dominguez, I mean, all the Spanish players are crying because, folks, you got to remember, they were crying at the end of their last EuroBasket women game as well back in 2011 because they got knocked out before the quarterfinals. Jose Luis Saiz, they're the Spanish Federation president. Laia Palau, Amaya Valdemoro, I mean, Torrens, truly one of the real stars now of international basketball. There's no question about it. You know, they came close in 2007 against Russia, and Valdemoro could not have written a better script for her exit, as well as for Aguilar. Look at the final stats. Spain, they ended up hitting some very big three-pointers.
Well, you've got to credit, we said it would come down to their defense more likely in the 18 turnovers. Everything else is, you know, the better shooting percentages sit with France, but the 18 turnovers probably gave the Spanish team enough opportunities to just get the one-point win. Sancho Little dead on her feet as we see the scorers with Torrens with 21, Little with 20. Sandrine Gruda could not have done any more to try and get the win for France.
It's just really the trophy. France won this at home in 2001. They won it in 2009 in Poland. They got the bronze medal a couple of years ago. And I really think it's more of a case of, you know, you just can't win them all, basically. And Spain have been overdue, let's be honest. They have come so close in the past, and they really they couldn't play their game tonight that they wanted to play, but they stuck to their guns, and they really, I think, challenged France on the boards. Mondello did a great job with his decision to get Lima into that starting lineup because I think it really gave them the foundation to go on and have a great game. I'm not sure. It seemed like France were almost slightly reluctant to get Dumeric, let her take over the game at the end.
Well, Spain did on the last possession. Spain did a great job stopping again. Lawson-Wade came off looking, but they did a great job on this side of the floor, stopping the pass going to Dumeric. They've won a gold medal here, and they've won a championship, beating the team at home, pretty much playing the team at home's game. And like, you've got to look at, and I think the point you made about Lima is so important. I think the contribution of Laura Gill when she came in for Lima, where she really toughed it out on the inside. Tremendous performances.
Not to mention Laura Nichols as well. I mean, just a little, and Baltimore, I think the temptation, because of in the past, has been the go-to person. Sometimes tries to do too much, but she didn't, you know, and it was, and Torrance just picked a time tonight to have a terrific game. And you know, I do feel for France. I'm not sure that all of their players stepped up tonight, maybe like they could. I don't want to say who did because I don't think it's really fair. I mean, they obviously, Dumeric has been amazing. She's been on an incredible run, and they did not expect to lose this game tonight.
And we spoke about things like that before the game, and Spain did just throw guards at her. The two guards that shared time, they just wore her down and made it very hard for her. So you've got to, it's talked about the positive, you know, we look at the positive way of what either team did. The Lima start, the guard pressure, Gruda's performance, all those little battles between them, and it comes down to decisions under pressure. Laia Palau, last play of the game. Zage, last play of the game when they got the ball to Little. That's just so smart under the extreme pressure of the situation. And then what has to happen? Little has to make the shot, and she did. And it was a phenomenal game. Both teams played really well under enormous pressure. And Spain just got the odd point advantage. Either team could have won it. And that's when coaches make the difference. And Mandela, with his Lima decision to start, probably set the stall out right away.
I do feel for Sandrine Gruda. She was amazing tonight. Well, we're gonna begin with the closing ceremony now for the EuroBasket women, and Turkey are being welcomed on to the court. They're going to stand behind the podium, obviously the bronze medal winners. Spain with just one, so they're going to take their place behind the middle of the podium.
Jeff, while we're waiting for Spain to join Turkey, you mentioned in the commentary there that Valdemora was already in tears.
Oh yeah, she was, with 7 seconds left, she could feel the opportunity was there.
And you think back to that silver medal performance where she was the MVP, floods of tears at the end of the game for all the wrong reasons, because of the loss and everything. If you're going to go out with a game like this. What a servant, what a great ambassador for her country and game. Lucas Mandela, everything he touches turns to gold, and he wins everywhere he goes. What a performance.
He has the French fans now. They've had a little bit of time to digest the defeat. They're going to welcome. But this is the cruelty of the whole thing. Like I was saying earlier, the team that wins bronze is actually happier than the team that gets silver. France come within a few seconds of going undefeated, really. I mean, it's been a disappointing exit for them. But I'm sure as time goes on, they'll appreciate the silver medal more. So now we're going to shortly have the all-tournament team presented. It's been determined by media voting. Proud sponsor of the all-tournament and MVP awards is Tissot. And Yvonne Manini, the former French Basketball Federation president, now the FIBA president. And the president of the local organizing committee, Jean-Pierre Honkler, is going to be involved in the awards ceremony. So Céline Dumeric is going to come up. She's not smiling for obvious reasons, but she has been named to the all-tournament team. France's sportswoman, personality, or sports person of the year last year. Frida Eldebrink of Sweden. Her team got to the quarterfinals, almost upset France, rather. Sancho Little has made it. And Alba Torrens And Isabelle Yakubu from France has made the all-tournament team. So very good selections, I might add. There's always one or two players who maybe could have made the team. And now we're going to have the MVP of the tournament. That'll be presented by Ivan Manini, the FIBA president. I think they got the selection right, really. Elderbrink was fantastic.
So pleased to see Elderbrink in the all-tournament team.
And I'm really happy for Yakubu because she has worked hard.
Well, she's also someone that really has engaged with this crowd every single game.
So the all-tournament team has been presented. And now the MVP award is going to be announced for this tournament. And Ivan Manini is going to present this one as well, as we said earlier. And no surprise, folks, Sancho Little has been named the MVP of the EuroBasket women. So she receives the award again from Manini. And they wouldn't have been here without her, that's for sure. So Sancho Little wasn't at her best 2 years ago, but definitely at her best right now. Don't be surprised, we're going to have a moment here to recognize somebody else who's wrapping up her career with France tonight. Jean-Pierre Soutat, former France international captain Milan, who won the gold medal with France back in 2001. And they present the flowers to Ephige Lawson-Wade, who took that last shot, really, to try to win it. I think the memories of such a long time with this national team coming back, and obviously it's a hugely important part of her life.
Well, won the gold medal previously. I mean, it's just an unbelievable career that she's had all over Europe, club-wise, and with the national team.
Lawson-Wade hugs all of her teammates. They wanted to send her out a winner, but really she goes out a winner. I mean, Valdemar as well, wrapping it up. Lisa Aguilar from Lawson-Wade, the much-loved France international, getting the hugs, kisses. Now Turkish Basketball Federation president, Turgay Demirel, is here. And he is going to present the medals to his team, the bronze medal. They won the bronze medal by beating Serbia earlier today. A convincing victory in the second half. Turkey getting huge performance from Bersel Verdarli in the third quarter, 15 points. She swung the balance.
Well, so pleased that Verdarli almost re-established herself as the leading guard out of that quartet of guards. And what, you know, Turkey are going to move on from here to host the FIBA World Championships next year. They're going to go with back-to-back medals in European Championships and appearance in the Olympics. And you've seen what the French crowd do for a home team. So they're going to be a real threat and a real challenger for a medal next year. Well, just remind ourselves what it did to the Czech Republic the last time. You know,
yeah.
Tremendous home support, and they've got some talent here. And some young players that may well replace some of these players and push for selection. So Turkey's going to be a strong contender the end of next summer when they host the World Championships.
Palazoglu and Sazievegan, two kisses from Demirel, who was a former player himself, obviously. There'll be hope in the men have some success at the EuroBasket. Ceyhun Yıldızoglu has been the coach of this team since 2007. And nice to see all of the coaches being recognized for their work. So that was Tugba Palazoglu, Kuke Kanates, Gune Badarli, Dalgalar, Tunkur, Albin Yilmaz, Chirac Hollingsworth, Juanitra Hollingsworth, Sazi Vegan, and Shaglar, excuse me, Jalar for Turkey. Silver medals will be presented to France. And Jean-Pierre Suitat, the man that succeeded the president, Ivan Menini, is president of the French Basketball Federation, will go out and handle the honors. Really is. The French cannot hide the disappointment. They've been on such a high for so long.
And the crowd will obviously give them a huge cheer, Jeff.
Yeah. Hopefully this is going to lift their spirits. Because they deserve it.
Because they have been the expectation, the support, representing the whole country. There's going to be a lot of young female basketball players in France inspired even more by these players. And it's not just about Celine Dumerc, it's about every single one of them that have performed so well and represented their country really well and under extreme pressure, because the expectation of a host team in this situation is always high, and the crowd have done a great job. They've stayed around, they haven't walked out with a disappointment. They want to make sure they send this French team off with a big thank you for what they've done in the last 2 weeks.
There's Dumerc, so Yakubu, Indy Mian, Chachon, Gruda, Lawson Wade, Dumerc, Ayayi, the youngster who's going to be a part of this program moving forward, Gomis. She was a real force tonight for France. Marielle Amant, who played at the World Championship. Gail Strella, making it into the team this year for the first time. Emmeline Ndonge is next. And Anel Lardy, who didn't get in tonight. She hit some big shots the other night against Sweden. The French band and Pierre Vincent has been a great servant for this country. And obviously the disappointment just really too difficult to accept now. Francois Brisson, Valerie Garnier, and Thierry Moulec, also the assistant coaches of France, getting their medals. And now we're going to see the gold medal winning Spanish national team get up on top of the podium. We've seen the disappointment from them for so long, this women's team, in terms of coming up short of the gold. They finally had their breakthrough summer. President Jose Luis Said, man fully committed to basketball in Spain and Europe, around the world, developing it, is going to present the medals. So here they go. Full of smiles. Those new uniforms must have been the trick. Maya Palau, Uvenia Torrance. And Cindy, Laura Nichols, Cindy Lima, Silvio Dominguez. There's Lima. That finger doesn't hurt quite so bad right now, does it? It'll be hurting tomorrow, though.
No, but even tomorrow maybe. The drug of success will still temper that.
Have you ever seen a player like Alba Torrance play women's basketball?
No, I think she's going to take. She potentially could take the game to a different level for females, because she creates things that hasn't really been present in the women's game at her size, because she's incredibly long. So she could become a real icon of the game.
by Palau Lisa Aguilar, Marta Jorgai, Laura Gill, Amaya Valdemoro, Sancho Little, and Quero Casas also getting there. There's Sancho Little, the MVP. Valdemoro, it's interesting, standing next to Laura Gill, and she goes, what? You only need one EuroBasket to get your first gold medal? And it's taken me all this time. That's the way it goes. Lucas Mondello pulled all the right strings. Victor La Peña and Isabel Sanchez, the former national team player. All the rest of the Spanish staff that have helped out and made this a gold medal winning summer. So it's setting the stage nicely. I don't think Valdemoro could have written a better script for her ending, as well as Aguilar. They'll be missed as Spain go to the World Championship next year. But I think most important of all, the EuroBasket women has been a fantastic tournament, and it's been great for women's basketball. We're going to hear the national anthem of Spain as they raise the flag. We're seeing Torrens up there, having come back from the torn ACL, celebrating the gold medal. Can I just say, enhorabuena to Spain tonight. Congratulations. And congratulations to France, and congratulations to Turkey. Biggest congratulations go to France for putting on a magnificent EuroBasket. Women, thanks for having all of us along. And the two veterans, the captains, Valdemoro, Aguilar, are going to receive the championship trophy of the EuroBasket women. And perfect situation for Spanish basketball, for the Spanish women. Spain will be hosting the FIBA World Championship for men next year, or the FIBA Basketball World Cup next year for men. So this is not going to hurt as they build momentum for that. Valdemoro Aguilar hug Jose Luis Dice, Spanish Basketball Federation president. Quite a contrast to 2007. I remember in Italy when Valdemoro was in tears after the silver medal happened to be consoled. She had the MVP award, but it didn't matter because now it's party time. La fiesta ha empezado. The party has begun.
Mesdames, Messieurs, ainsi se termine l'EuroBasket Women 2013. On est pour l'EuroBasket Women 2015 qui se déroulera en Hongrie et en Roumanie.
Champions, EuroBasket women, it says it all. Unbeaten, undefeated, but man, did they have to pull out all stops, Mark. Any closing comments from you?
Well, two things. Firstly, that they were the best all-round team, inside, outside, everywhere, rightly. And there's too good a story. It's a great story. So that's great, and it's a tremendous, absolutely tremendous achievement by them. The second thing, echoing what you said, the French organizers here have done a marvelous job. The crowds have been phenomenal. The atmospheres have been great. And for me, that's my lasting memory of this, that the people of France in these arenas or wherever they were staged came out and supported this tournament. How about for you?
Well, it's been a pleasure working alongside you. And it's great that women's basketball gets this type of exposure, and that both of these countries, all of these countries, really, if you look at it, Turkey, Spain, and France really put a lot of investment, energy into basketball, and this is the end result. And I know that there have been some other teams at this competition that also aspire to be on the podium. And it's great. It's great just to see. It's going to be great to see my family. I've been away for quite a while, to be honest.
Yeah, likewise on that one. Likewise on that one. But that's just the thing you see at the end, isn't it? There's so much work that goes on. Spain, Turkey, and France, great age group programs, develop great programs, have great leagues, and this is the icing on the cake, and that's why it looks so good.
Ball tomorrow being tossed in the air. The outgoing heroine of Spanish basketball. She'll stay involved without question. Now they're going to do Elisa Aguilar, I guess, and she'll be a little bit lighter. Here she goes. That's a little bit easier.
As long as no one drops that pass, you know.
Don't drop the player. Spain, EuroBasket women gold medalist, 2013. Okay, so thanks for watching, everybody. Spain beating France in the gold medal game tonight. A thriller, 70-69. Sancho Little, the MVP for Spain and of the tournament.